What is going on, everyone? The NFL season is coming to an end. We only have 4 more games left, ladies and gentlemen. The Houston Texans, we have some playoff implications. If the Texans beat the Miami Dolphins and they get a Denver Broncos win over the Indianapolis Colts, then they will win their second AFC South divisional title in 2 years. The DeMeco Ryans era starts with back-to-back AFC South crowns. It's just crazy with all the issues on this Houston Texans team that they find themselves in this situation. Now, hopefully, the bye week fixed a lot of things. It was definitely an opportunity for this team to get healthy. They've been playing football since the preseason. But once you get to the postseason, all the conversations, those go away. It's all about who is hot at the moment. And I am hoping, I am praying that this Houston Texan offense awakens, because we've been saying this all season. If this offense shows up, and we know what the defense can do, get to the quarterback, take the ball away, I feel like I can compete and I feel like I can beat anybody. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have some more news. The Houston Texans have some players returning from injury. We're going to discuss all that next. My name is Ruben Calavillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. And I'm about to go ahead and put a crazy bet for this Sunday's game, guys. This episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS. They're giving you a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000. On your second and third, it's 125% sign-up bonus. Promo code YouTube150 gets it done. BetUS, quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service, where the game begins. We are going to put now, you know what? Let's put $400 on the Houston Texans to win this game. Now, they are 3-point favorites against the Miami Dolphins. They are at home. They are coming off a bye week. The Dolphins are coming off of an overtime win against the New York Jets. So, in my opinion, this would be a big win for the Houston Texans, right? A step in the right direction. But with that being said, let's go ahead and risk $400 to potentially win 380. BetUS, they're giving you a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. On your second and third, guys, 125%. Promo code YouTube150 gets it done. The first good news for the Houston Texans, they are getting back linebacker Christian Harris. Now, we haven't seen Christian Harris all season. I believe the last time we saw him was during training camp in front of the fans. I believe it was Fan Day. We know he was dealing with the calf issue at the moment. Missed a couple of practices, came back, and fortunately he was only out there for 5 to 6 snaps, and he got re-injured, had to get helped off the field, and that was the last time we saw Christian Harris. Now he is back, and this couldn't have come at a better time for the Houston Texans defense. Christian Harris, at the end of the season last year, was legit one of the best players on the defensive side for DeMeco Ryans. He had the big pick six against the Cleveland Browns. After getting teaching from DeMeco, he immediately puts that on the field, gets rewarded with the INT, takes it back to the crib on prime time. And then in the divisional round against the Baltimore Ravens, Christian Harris was flying all over the place, had a sack right before halftime. Now, I understand we haven't seen him all year. There is going to be some rust. I don't expect Christian Harris to be 100% until we get to the postseason, if I'm being honest with you. But with the absence of Captain Linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair, he will not be there the next 3 weeks due to the big hit that he put on Trevor Lawrence. Just a crazy play and a crazy, next couple of days for number 0. But I wonder how active Christian Harris is the rest of the season. You definitely don't want to get him re-injured, but you kind of need Christian Harris. This is the hardest part of your schedule. We've been talking about this all year. It's going to be all hands on deck. So I'm looking at Henry To'oTo'o. I'm looking at Neville Hewitt, Jake Hansen. You boys need to step up, not only in the absence of Aziz, but step up so that, you know, what you are lacking right now from a rusty Christian Harris, you make up for it. He gets better every single week. And hey, we're back to playing good football, and Christian Harris is back to making an impact on the field. But the big news of today, Christian Harris returning to practice. Now, the second round of good news for the Houston Texans, and I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but Kenyon Green also returned to practice. Now, this came as a shock to everyone. The last time we saw Kenyon Green was against the New York Jets on Halloween. Did not look good. Got hurt. And immediately we heard that the injury is season ending. However, seeing him return, now it does make sense because Kenyon Green wasn't placed on season-ending IR. You know, we all just thought that they were going to leave Kenyon Green in the void and, you know, you release him in the off season, or, you know, maybe he's a camp cut. But I don't think anyone expected Kenyon Green to be back practicing and potentially playing meaningful football for this Houston Texans team. Now let's have the conversation. What is the plan here? Because we know Kenyon Green is one of D'Amico's favorites, right? When they were asking about Kenyon Green, D'Amico said, well, we've won 6 with Kenyon. We know the offensive line is still bad despite the changes. I'm looking at the interior here. We saw center Juice Scruggs go to left guard. He got some praise from Nick Caserio. However, Nick also, you know, said that he is a center. You had Jared Patterson go from left guard to center. Do either of those two get touched in terms of a change? I'm not too sure. Would it surprise me if the Texans try to go Kenyon Green at left guard and Jared Patterson at center? No. What about Kenyon Green at right guard, replacing Shaq Mason? Shaq Mason, hey, have yourself a career Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler. You know, you're just getting up there in age, buddy. There's nothing wrong. It's just Father Time is undefeated. I wouldn't mind a look at Kenyon Green at right guard. I don't think he goes to center at all. But with the offensive line, like I said, you had to have a sense of urgency with it. If you were not doing your job, I don't care how much you get paid. I don't care what draft capital we spent on you. Your ass will be out if you can't block for CJ. Is this Kenyon Green's final opportunity to prove himself for the Houston Texans? Now, I've said this the past 2 weeks. We will be having a different conversation about this team if we go 2 out of the 3. If you play good against Miami, Kansas City, and Baltimore. What if Kenyon Green does that? I don't know, man, but this is very interesting. Something we have to keep our eyes on. The Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, if they win this week against Miami, if they also get a Denver Broncos win, they are AFC South champions for the 2nd year in a row. Linebacker Christian Harris return to practice. Guard Kenyon Green return to practice. For more Houston Texans content, follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a blessed day. This episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS. Quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service, where the game begins.